Hi all, welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing about the approval types inside the approval module. For that, let's open the approval module here. So here's the approval module. Now once you open the approval module, you can see the dashboard where you have all the approval types. Now where to create this approval type? Go to the configuration and under configuration, you have the approval types here. Click on the approval types. Here you can see all the pre-created types. Okay, so I'll just open one and show. So here we have the business trip. Open it. Here you have the description, the approval type, the automated sequence, and all other things. Let's create a new one and see what are the things which we have to provide. So I'm clicking on create here. So I'll give as a tour or something. Okay, now if you want to give any description for this approval type, you can give that. That is for easily simply defining what this approval type is about and all. Okay, so you can simply give the description here. It's not a mandatory field. Then here you have approval type. That is, if you want to create RFQs from this approval type, you can simply click on this approval type here. So I'm not choosing anything. Then here you have the automated sequence. So if you want to generate an automated sequence, you can just enable it and give the code here. Okay, so for the time being, I'm not enabling it. And under the options tab, we have fields, approvers, approver sequence, and all. So the fields, here you can see document, contact, date, and all. Now, if you want to make those fields like required or optional and all, you can choose it from here. So document, I'm putting it as optional, and contact, I'll put it optional. Date also I'll put optional. So similarly, if you want, you can put certain fields like required ones, optional ones, none ones and all. Then here you have the approver, that is employees manager should act like an approver or a required approver. So I'm putting him as the approver. Then here you can choose who the approvers are. So I'm choosing Michelle admin here, and if it's required, click on the tick icon. Then only after approving it, you can do the further things. Okay, then you have the approver sequence. So if you just enable it, you can set the sequence, and here you have the minimum approval. That is, minimum one approval is required for this to be approved completely. So if I choose more than one approvers here and only one person approved, means this is sanctioned, right? So here if you want, you can change the count and all. I'm putting one itself. Now let's save it. Okay, so here you have new request. Okay, and here you can see tour. So I'm clicking on new request and I'm going to create a request for this approval type. Okay, so here's the approval subject. Okay, and if you want to attach document, you can do that from here. And here you can see date, contact and all. Now these were the fields which we enabled while creating the approval type, right? We've seen certain things like optional, required and none. So for date and contact, I've given it as optional. So I'm choosing a date here. Okay, then I'm setting a contact here. So from here you can choose contact, choosing Abigail Peterson. Okay, so here you can see the approvers. So Michelle admin is the approver for this approval type. Okay, now if you want to attach document, you can simply click on attach here and then attach the document. And after giving all the necessary things, now here you can give the description also. You can simply click on submit here. After submitting, you have these much options which are like approve, refuse, cancel and all. Now after once you submit it, here you can see the stage have changed to submitted. Now if you approve it, it will become approved. Let's see. Clicking on approve here. Okay, so this is approved right now. Okay, now if you want to withdraw the approval, simply click on withdraw. Okay, so it has come back to submitted. Now if you want to refuse it, click on refuse. It has gone to the refused state. Okay, and here again I'm withdrawing it. And if you want to cancel this approval, simply click on cancel. So it's cancelled. Now again you can put it back to draft and approve it if you want. Putting it back to draft here and I'm submitting it. and approving it. Okay, so it's approved. So this is how you create an approval type and also create a request within that approval type. Now if you just click on new request again on the tour which we created, and here I'm putting a date. Okay, and let's add a contact as well. Okay, submitting it, and I'm going back to the dashboard. Now here you can see to review 1. Okay, the count has changed. So once you approve it, it will come back to the count which is 0. So this is how you basically configure the approval types, which is done under the configuration, and then you can see it inside the dashboard, and from the dashboard you can create requests corresponding to the approval type which you created. That's all for today. Thank you.